Hey, how's it going everyone? Ares, I will have my revenge! Today I'll be going for the Platinum Trophy in God of War. No, not that one. The old one. This Platinum can be split up into 3 sections. First up's a full playthrough where I just have to complete the story while getting every upgrade and doing a few miscellaneous trophies here and there. After that comes the Challenge of the Gods, which... oh, I'm getting a panic attack just thinking about it. And lastly is an entire playthrough dedicated to the trophy Speed of Jason McDonald, where I need to complete the game in under 5 hours. This should be a pretty nice and painless platinum, as I can do every playthrough in easy mode. At least I thought it'd be painless. The game begins with a cutscene of the main character Kratos game-ending himself. Oh my god, that got dark really quick. You'd think I'm still playing Suicide Squad or something. Please, I'll be here all week. But before we can end his bleak, depressing life, we flash back to 3 weeks prior where we can finally get killing, baby. What am I doing? Kratos, please. So here I'm actually getting my first trophy of the game, getting my ass kicked, where I have to die repeatedly until I'm offered to change the game's difficulty to easy mode. It takes like 5 minutes, but after enough deaths it does finally pop. After eliminating all the zombies, I finally make my way through the boat to find— oh crap! Here I'm introduced to some kind of parry system, and well, if you know me, you know my ass loves a good parry system. Yeah, this game doesn't have a good parry system, but I'll take what I can get. I kill another Hydra head, walk the plank, and find the first of many red orb chests. Red orbs let me upgrade Kratos, and I'm pretty sure none of you are surprised to hear I'll need to max out every upgrade for a trophy. I won't be showing all the chests because there is a load of them, but just know throughout the playthrough I'll be grabbing them. Oh, here I also get my first of many deaths. Wow. So it's a good start. Here I actually get my second trophy for opening a health chest while already at max health. I climb the sails, and I have to mention, I love grabbing people here. It's so fun. You can't just yank them, that's so cool. Right after that, I get the second kind of collectible I need to be looking out for, Gorgonize. These upgrade Kratos' max health and are significantly rarer than the red orbs, so I'll just be using a guide for this to make sure I don't miss any. Here I also come face to face with Poseidon. Why did they make him a fat head? I come face to face with Poseidon, who gives me the ability Poseidon's Rage, which will be incredibly useful later on, and I get the trophy 1.21 gigawatts, which, I mean, sure is a trophy name. The key I need is attached to this guy, and oof. So I kill the Hydra and jump in its mouth to get the key. Earning me the trophy, it's the huge one. And with that done, I finished the first mission. I think that tells Kratos that if he can kill Ares, then the gods will forgive his sins and his nightmares will be gone. And so we head out to defend Athena's homeland, Athens. Oh, by the way, if the screen's ever blurred, then just know the reason for that is because there's something naked on the screen. This game is absolutely obsessed with having every woman be naked, which is just, oh, it's just so much fun when you're making YouTube videos. It's really great. I get to killing on the dock and eventually come across a chest containing my first Phoenix Feather. This is the third collectible that will be increasing my health bar, and similar to the Gorgonize, I'm going to be using a guide to find them. I progress for Athens and come across my first Minotaurs, who are pretty beefy enemies who I'll come across very often. Killing these Minotaurs though, I get the trophy Matador. Ooh, Matador. We're not gonna make a running gag out of me not being able to say words this time. I'm gonna read the trophies properly. I eventually come across Aphrodite. Why are they all fatheads? It's so silly. I come across Aphrodite, who, after I struggled to kill this snake lady repeatedly, is able to give me the ability Medusa's Gaze and also gives me the trophy Rocking Out. I progress for Athens, shooting big crossbows and shuffling across ropes until I'm able to reach the next level, the Road of Athens, and see Ares for the first time in the flesh. From here, nothing of any importance really happens for quite a while. I go through this palace looking place, do some climbing, and about 2 hours later I eventually find myself trapped in a small room with all these fellas. Poseidon's Rage go brrr, and I get myself the trophy Hitman for hitting a 100 hit combo. Pretty soon after I come across Zeus, who gives me the ability Zeus's Fury. Yo, it's Sunlight Spear! Oh, it actually is Sunlight Spear, that's crazy. And I also get the trophy Bolt Action. I use it to kill this poor dude who was holding the lever to keep himself safe, and I see this lady get dragged away. Yeah, she's also naked, but the cutscene's so low quality that it's hard to tell. I do some killing, come across the guy who voiced Grandpa Max.
So, you have the Protocol 10.
And eventually manage to catch up to the lady from earlier, who, may I say, has incredible arm strength. I mean, really, she dangles up there for a solid few minutes while I go loot hunting. Yeah, just give me a second. And here, there's actually a trophy for saving her with 10 seconds to spare. I didn't think I'd be able to get this trophy on this playthrough because there's a Phoenix Feather along the way, but I was actually able to get both in one go. I managed to get the collectible and the trophy, let's go! And I earned the trophy Don't Leave Her Hanging. With the lady saved, I went slightly out of my way to grab some collectibles. Headed on down this spiral staircase, went through the sewers, and eventually ended up in the Desert of Lost Souls. Here I had to take on 3 different sirens to progress, and soon after doing it I was forced to take on a boss fight of all 3 at once, getting me the trophy Don't They Ever Shut Up. I ended up blowing this horn and climbed this big dude to gain access to Pandora's Temple. This place takes up a good portion of the rest of the game, and it's where I'll be getting a bunch of trophies. First of which being the trophy Swordman for acquiring the Blade of Artemis. After some killing and dying, I eventually open up this chest and acquire my last Gorgonite. There you go, Kratos' marble collection. We've got all organized. I thought I missed it, but they apparently you can miss some and still get the trophy, so good stuff. Pretty much straight after, I head down and across this rope and end up fighting a huge group of enemies, earning me the trophy Hitman 2. I eventually make my way through a series of crazy traps like wall spikes and these spinny floor saws, and eventually I pull this lever, earning me the trophy Get the Ball Rolling for completing the challenge of Atlas. Oh, also I grab this chest, getting me a muse key for a trophy later. I end up removing a skull from the strongest neck known to man, and I'm blessed with a cutscene showing me how Kratos came to work for Ares. I love this motherfucker screaming names so much, it's just so funny. Eventually I come across my first Cerberus enemy, and when I kill it and it's a little Cerberus puppies, I get the trophy Roll Over and Die. By the way, the puppies are the annoying video game kinds that you don't feel bad about killing. After falling for the game's trap, I won't forget what you did to me, Santa Monica. I open up this trophy and get my second muse key, earning me the trophy Key to Success. Yeah, for some reason the trophy's just for getting the keys, you don't even have to use them. Don't worry though, you'll see what they're for later. Eventually I come across this contraption that seemingly wants me to sacrifice something, so I use the handle I just picked up to get this fella down, and Kratos has a most devious plan. I slowly work my way up the slope, killing enemies as I go, and once I'm at the top, I'm able to sacrifice this poor guy, getting me the trophy Totally Baked. Soon after, I obtain Poseidon's trident, allowing me to go underwater, and while I'm down there, I end up making out with some water people, not only getting me the trophy Splash for kissing them, but also gets me my last Phoenix feather, earning me the trophy Stick It in Your Cap. I progress through this water section, and end up circling back around to the center of the temple again. So I use my new water powers and head down this hole, which takes me to the Challenge of Hades. Ooh, Challenge of Hades, huh? I like the sound of that. I despise this accursed place. Here I had to kill the centaurs while in the sacrificial rings, but I didn't see the rings for a little bit, so I just ended up fighting for like 5 minutes. But I do eventually beat the section and earn the trophy Beat a Dead Horse. I progress through. We're not doing this again! I end up in some kind of maze where I have to kill all the enemies inside of it to escape. This section was kind of annoying because the grab mechanic is kind of jank, so I ended up thinking I couldn't move a certain wall and got turned around, but eventually I made my way through and was rewarded with this clusterfuck. Thank you, Santa Monica. Very cool. My dumbass didn't realize there were doors all along the way, so I ended up going all the way to the end of the room, only to have to go back and open the doors one by one. Eventually though, I find the right door and I'm greeted with one of my least favorite parts of a video game I have ever played through in my entire life. Alright, maybe a little bit hyperbolic. But seriously, I died again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Oh my god, I hate this section so much. But after bashing my head against the wall over and over, I eventually got through and was rewarded with, alright bro. Next up was the Minotaur boss, which was it was pretty boring, to be honest. I just kind of whacked him over and over, he'd run away, I had to jump when he charged, and I just did that over and over. Sometimes I'd have to hit him with a giant arrow or do a quick time event, but it was a mostly tedious fight. But with him down, I ended up getting the trophy Take the Bull by the Horns. Right after this fight, I went and got another skull from another strong neck. Like, wow, these guys are strong. I next came across Hades, who gave me the ability Army of Hades and the trophy Soul Surge. After this, I was sent back to the center of the temple, and here's where I was actually able to use those muse keys I mentioned earlier. Using the keys gave me access to this semi-secret room that ended up granting me even more health, magic, and a ton of levels to put towards upgrades. This was incredibly useful because I won't lie, by this point I hadn't upgraded Kratos as much as I would have liked to, so I was hoping for all the red orbs I could get. This game doesn't have a new game plus, so if I don't max out Kratos' abilities in this run, I'll have to do it all again from the beginning on a new save. Once I was done with that room, I had to spin the different layers of the temple to let a laser reach the center. This took me a while, but once I was done, I was free to activate this elevator and move on to the next level, the Cliffs of Madness. Here I was introduced to another enemy type, the Satyr. If I said that wrong, then blame Google. And once I beat one of them, I was given the trophy Scapegoat. This level's kind of non-linear, which is pretty cool, but it did lead to me having to backtrack because I missed stuff such as a necklace that was at the end of this puzzle. All you have to do is move the box to reach a higher platform before the timer runs out and the spikes emerge from the floor. And I won't lie to you, I might have struggled a little bit. But after searching up a video and realizing that if you just like hold the button a bit longer, you can kick the box further. Okay bro, alright. I was able to get the necklace, earning me the trophy Kickboxer. And with that necklace and the other one that I'm getting here, I forgot to mention that in the script I guess, I was able to move on to the next level, the Architect's Tomb. Here I had to complete a few puzzles to get through this door, and doing so let me tear another skull off another beefy neck. I mean really, what do these people eat? Getting me the trophy Headhunter. After a bit more killing and running through death traps, I'm finally able to get what I've been looking for, Pandora's Box. Oh, I didn't explain that, did I? I need this to kill Ares. Anyway, getting this gives me the trophy, the power to kill a god. Anyway, now I just drag this all the way back to Athens and I'm able to kill Mother! Kratos dies, and as a result I need to work my way out of Hades to kill Ares. This section wasn't too bad, I just had to kill a few enemies, do some platforming. Oh, and these spinny things almost made me cancel this entire video. No! Come on! No! I'm so... Oh my god. Really? No, my god. Why? Yeah, like that, like... You fucking... Bro, they... So much... I can't do it. If I don't make it this next time, I don't know if I can do this. But lucky for me, on that exact attempt, I was able to make it across and back without dying, so the run lives on. This was all for one red orb chest, by the way. I didn't actually need to go that way. It's even funnier when you have a certain bit of information, but I'll come back to that later. The next challenge I faced were these spinning columns of death. For the trophy You Got the Touch, I had to climb one of these columns without taking any damage. I had actually already heard stuff about these columns and how aggravating and glitchy they can be, so I really wasn't looking forward to this. Did it on my third go. I don't know what you people are talking about, you're just bad. If the trophy had you do both columns without taking any damage, that would have caused an issue. But you only have to do one, so we're good to move on to the end game, escaping Hades and earning the trophy Get Me a Beer Kid. I go for a couple short fights in Athens, but all that's really left me to do is take on Ares, who turns out to be a big creepy Spider-Man. Why did they do this? This fight was kind of annoying because I think some of Ares' attacks are just unblockable, so I end up getting stun knocked by his combos. But I'm playing on easy, so I never really risked death. But forget the fight, here's where I get to tell you what made the whole spinny platform thing from earlier funnier. So I'd kind of forgotten leading up to this fight that if you just start Ares' quick time event and then fail on the last prompt, you're given a bunch of red orbs and you don't end the fight. So basically, this is an infinite red orb farm. So that whole section that had me considering quitting the entire platinum tens of minutes ago, it was for nothing. I am genuinely a stupid human being. But after a decent amount of fails, I was able to get the pattern down and started getting red orbs at a really nice rate. And so after about 7 minutes of farming, I was able to max out all of Kratos' abilities, getting me the trophy Seeing Red. And wrapping that up meant that we could finally end Ares. After this pretty messed up section where I have to defend my wife and child from other me's, I was finally able to take on Ares with this cool ass sword and get the trophy God Killer for killing Ares.
I was trying to make you a great warrior.
You look so sad in this cutscene. With that done, Athena says thanks for killing Ares and all, but yeah, we ain't helping you out. So we arrived back where it all started, with Kratos game ending himself and the God of War franchise coming to an end after just one game. Nah, you get it? Instead, Athena says, so I know I just betrayed you and all, and now every time you close your eyes, you'll see your wife and child being murdered at your own hands, but oh, well, Ares is gone now, so we kind of need a new God of War. And so I take the throne, becoming the new God of War and earning the trophy Prepared to be a God. So there you go, that's the first playthrough down and only 4 trophies to go. To get the easiest one of 4 out of the way, I started up the video Birth of the Beast. Ah, there you go, Legend of the Twins. I'm not watching the rest of that. And then I headed straight in to the Challenge of the Gods. So for those of you who haven't played through the game, the Challenge of the Gods is a set of 10 challenges that must be played in one sit, and those challenges are not easy. Challenge 1 was simple enough. All I had to do was knock 8 enemies off of the platform before the timer ran out. I was playing a bit badly at first because there was actually a week-long gap between me beating the game and attempting this, but I was still able to do it first try by spamming the grab button to make these enemies stumble backwards. Challenge 2 genuinely had me convinced I might not be physically capable of getting this platinum. I don't know what was going on, but for the life of me, I could not beat this challenge in an efficient time. I was getting knocked about, falling off platforms, forgetting combos, it was not good. I had about 2 runs where I just needed 2 more seconds to beat it, and that gave me the will to keep trying. No! Oh my god, bro, I literally need seconds every time! Are you kidding me with this? But then out of absolutely nowhere, after a 10-minute break, I was able to come back and wipe the floor with the challenge, leaving an entire 22 minutes to spare. Challenge 3 had me break all the pots before the time ran out, which, I mean, yeah, it was incredibly easy, as you'd expect. Challenge 4 had me kill 4 Minotaurs without killing any of the other enemies. This one had me playing carefully, but I did manage to do this one on my first try. Challenge 5 had me shooting all the undead soldiers with a ballista without hitting a single soldier, which I yet again managed to do on my first try. And Challenge 6 had me get to the center of the end platform before the timer ran out. This one did give me a little trouble, but after about 3 or 4 deaths, I was able to get it done. Challenge 7 is where the difficulty stepped up again. Kill all enemies, do not get hit. For this one, I had to beat all of the enemies without taking any damage. This one had me nervous, as you heard, but the challenge sounds way more daunting than it actually was. My first attempt was honestly kind of bullshit. This did not hit me. My second attempt ended because I decided to jump instead of rolling. My third attempt ended because this dumbass attack that sent me into the air and off the platform. I swear, attacks that send me into the air have never caused me anything but pain, and that only gets worse in the next challenge. However, my third attempt went insanely well. All I did was stand here and spam the exact same combo over and over, and it led to my victory. Challenge 8 had me killing all of the enemies. Seems simple enough. So I knew they were up to something. That sounds menacing. Why is that the objective. So yeah, this challenge throws a shit ton of enemies at you. And I don't just mean what you're seeing on the screen here. They keep spawning more and more enemies, which makes the challenge last for about 7 minutes straight. And with all the Gorgons constantly trying to freeze you, which can lead to you getting one shot, you constantly have to be on your A game. I did have a pretty solid game plan for this challenge though. All I did was repeatedly use the ground slam over and over because it had a really nice range, damage, and it threw the enemies back. The one downside of this, however, is that if you get frozen while in midair, you end up falling and dying on impact, which meant I needed to keep making sure I was jumping at the right time so I don't get insta-killed. So remember how I said I hated those dumbass jumping attacks? This is me after about 5 minutes of perfect gameplay. No, I didn't want to do that fucking attack! I didn't want to do that attack! I've never in my life! After 30 minutes of attempts, I was able to finally beat the challenge. Challenge 9 had me defeat 4 Cyclops before the time ran out. This one was actually really easy and I did it on my first try. Now challenge 10 might be in the top 10 worst things I have ever had to complete in all of my time gaming. And this time, I'm not being hyperbolic. This challenge has you get kills to make the platform raise until you can reach this higher platform to win. This shit isn't just tough. It's completely unfair and it's pretty boring. If you want to have any chance at beating this level, then you need to do the exact same move over and over again with little to no variation and just pray that it works. At least with challenge 8, there was some kind of timing to it. It felt fair. Here it is basically just blind luck. Some of my favorite highlights are this grab attack that's a damn near guaranteed death, and whatever the hell this is that causes me to go flying with no chance of saving myself. I'm lucky that this only took me 30 minutes because I've heard some people say it took up to 2 hours for them to complete, and I'm really bad at this game, so it wasn't my skill. But after a total of 2.5 hours of pain, I was finally able to get this done and complete the challenge of the gods, earning me the trophy. I'll take the physical challenge. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, I did it! Oh my god! Yes! Oh, I'm shaking. Oh, my heart. Give me the trophy. Would you like to save your progress? Yes. Yes, I absolutely... Then you can all take the physical challenge. That is the worst thing I have ever played in my life. And with that done, the platinum is basically mine. All I've left is 2 trophies, Rocking the Boat, which is a miscellaneous one I missed on my first playthrough, and Speed of Jason McDonald for completing the game in under 5 hours. To make sure I was able to get a good time, I equipped the Ares armor that I unlocked from the Challenge of the Gods, giving me better defense, and I put the game on easy mode. So I'm not really going to go through this playthrough too much because I basically did the exact same stuff I did in my first playthrough, just quicker. One thing to note is that at the start of the second mission, when you arrive at Athens, there's actually a sex minigame that I missed on my first playthrough because of course there is. Okay bro, alright, just give me the trophy. There you go, rocking the boat. The 5-hour time was so generous that you really don't need any specific strategies to get through the game, but I did one anyway. When you get to the section where you're given Medusa's gaze, you're supposed to kill a group of enemies using that ability. However, you can actually do a specific series of inputs that gets you out of the arena without having to kill any of the enemies. That's cool enough and probably a bit of a time save, but the main bonus of this is that my magic meter will now infinitely recharge stupidly fast as if I'm still in the room. And this doesn't just apply to this level, that stays with you for the rest of the entire game. So naturally I leveled up Poseidon's Rage as early as possible and basically just spammed that move in every single fight for the rest of the game and never even came close to death. However, because I'd regularly take breaks from the game and I wasn't using a timer, I struggled to keep track of how fast I was going. And not knowing how laid back the timer was at the time, I was getting kind of worried that I wasn't going to make it. But literally at the very last save before fighting Ares, I noticed this. Oh, is this the timer? I was worried about 5 hours. Brother, I've got like 2.5 hours left. Oh, I've killed the speed run. That's wild. So yeah, I didn't even come close to failing this run. I could have accidentally left the game running for another 2 hours and I would have still got the trophy. So I killed Ares, ran up this big ass staircase and sat on my throne, earning me the trophy Speed of Jason McDonald and the platinum trophy. And there we have it, the first God of War down. If you enjoyed this video, then maybe give some of my other videos a go. One should be on the screen right now. That's all from me. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'm never stopping these outro rhymes.